This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so there was a fan that had reached out and wanted me to do a episode on online dating. So overall, that is what today's episode is going to be about. I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever did one on online dating before. If I did, then it's just going to be a 2021 edition. But anyways, so to overall talk on online dating, my experience, other people's experience, the good and the bad with it. Like, I'll be talking over everything I possibly can talk on with online dating, and to overall talk on my experiences with it. So I think as soon as I turned 18, I remember I created an online dating app, and I think the first one I went through was Tinder. Now, before, like, you know, when you're like somebody that's in high school or something, it's gonna be like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, maybe. I feel like because those are the places where it's like there's not really like an age limit when it comes to that stuff, unless, like, you know, like when you're downloading the app, and then if they say you're too young to be on here, then I guess, I don't know. I'm like, bruh, there's been 9-year-olds with freaking social media accounts. There's freaking babies out there that I know with social media accounts. So that's why I'm like, I don't think there's an age limit, but I do feel like that you're more safer. Like, if you're like in high school, you're more safer like meeting another high schooler. But that's the thing though. Like, I would recommend like getting into, like, if you're in high school thinking about online dating, no, get into that stuff like afterwards. It's okay to like make friends, talk with people, and then once you turn 18, then yeah, go crazy with it if you want to. But I feel like when you're in high school, like, I don't know, like, it's kind of, it could be a sketchy situation overall when it comes to high school, because, you know, you might talk to somebody that's over the age, and then, you know, that ain't gonna be a good look. So it's like, yeah, that's why I would recommend wait till afterwards. And, you know, when you turn 18, go crazy, go stupid, lose your mind, do what you want to do. So, you know, you're 18, okay? But now it's like, you know, that's for like the high schoolers. It's like, wait till you're 18. But now you're 18, you know, you're trying to figure out what dating apps you could get into. You're trying to figure out like what's the big hype for, because I guess like right now, based off of what the fan had told me, they said that I guess like dating apps is on the rise right now. I did not know, because I'm like, I stayed far away from dating apps. I feel like every time when I've downloaded a dating app, I've always had a bad experience with it. Because no, I tell you this much, when Tinder had came out, or when I remember when I had turned 18 and I created a Tinder account, because I remember hearing about Tinder through my sister. And so she was talking on how, like, you know, she had met a couple of people off of there. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna see about this. I'm gonna look into this. So I go on there. I remember Tinder, how it was set up back in the day, and since then they've changed it. But I remember when I downloaded Tinder, and they would let you know like statistics, like rating of who's swiped yes on you and who's swiped, like, you know, or right and left. So right pretty much is good. Left is like, you know, I don't want nothing to do with that person. You know, mine was like, I think mine was like 80 or 90. It was above 50%. And I was like, hey, yo, I feel kind of like, you know, discouraged right now. Dang. Like, wow. I'm like, I hate dating apps right now. I'm like, no, I will never get into a dating app again. That made me feel so bad. I'm like, fam, that many people. I'm like, it was, I don't know how many people overall, like, or how many women swipe no on me, but I'm like, bruh, is you serious? Like, I am an attractive young male. Don't you play me like that. I'm like, what is going on right now? So once when I seen that, I felt discouraged. And I'm like, you know what? This app's stupid. I'm going to do things the old-fashioned way. And, you know, just whoever, like, if I just, like, be chilling or, you know, hit it off with a girl out in public, I'm like, okay, she's the one. Like, I'm like, okay, I feel like that's much more better. Because my thing is with dating apps, like, a person could be putting up a front. They're like, hey, I'm just overall just trying to date. I'm just overall just trying to get, some numbers on my record and stuff. So my thing is like with dating apps, like you can be pretty much meeting anybody off of there. But I feel like and I mean, you could be meeting anybody like when it's a face to face situation and stuff. So that's why it's like, like if you meet a girl or a guy out in public, and they seem like a chill person, like I don't know, like it'd be like in them like the movies or something, like y'all like crash carts, like Target carts into each other, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I ain't never seen it. Don't think anything in the love movies be real. I'm like, I tell you right now, I ain't never did no stuff from no love movies, and I ain't never seen no stuff like that happen. I feel like nowadays it's like, I feel like nowadays, like a lot of times you will meet somebody that you went to school with, and then that's who you end up like dating and things. Cause it was crazy. He's pretty much like a brother to me and things, but I don't even know if he had knew his, like, and they're about to get married, like in a few months, they're about to get married. Never once did he ever mention her back when when we were in high school. But it was like after we were out of high school, and it was like I overall seen like how serious the relationship got, and I was like, fam, this is crazy. It's crazy to think like I don't even remember them. Like, they might have had classes with each other. They might have been actually good friends. I don't know. Like, that, I'll have to ask him next time I'm talking with them and things. But if not, and they were just like, they just added each other on social media, like, that's usually, like, most of the time how I feel like how that online dating stuff, like, how it should happen. It has to be somebody with, like, mutual friends, a person that like, or that, it's like somebody that somebody with mutual friends. So it'd be best, like, if you are gonna get into, like online dating, create a bunch of well, not like on dating apps, but create like a bunch of like social media accounts, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what else, just anything where you can add your face and name to it, like add it and stuff, because you never really know. I mean, and that's another thing. It's like, I guess like you can meet your significant other on TikTok. Because there was that one guy, James Charles, he was out there he was meeting underage people on TikTok, but he said he was using TikTok as a dating app, and I guess that is possible. You very well can use like TikTok, Instagram, but that's the thing though with that is that it's you can come across like a lot of like spam accounts on social media platforms. So that's why I'm like, I guess like in a way, the reason why I tell y'all is like to create, it's just the more so it's like, I guess like to maybe figure out the person, whoever you're talking to more, if you do meet somebody, then they're all like, oh, follow me on Instagram. Like if you're meeting somebody out in public, right? And so it's like, that's why I'm like, or if they say add me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter or add me on Snapchat or, whatever, I guess Snapchat is like but on Snapchat, like I said, there's like a lot of different spam accounts. So I'm like, be aware of the spam accounts. Them things is fake. If somebody just randomly hits you up out the blue, right? And you look like me, I'm telling y'all right now, it's a fake, all right? Unless they're real. That's why I'm like, no, prove to me that you're real. Like, follow me on social media. Like, I need to know, because I ain't got, my thing is like, and them things on Snapchat, they be actually seeming real sometimes. I remember I fell for that crap one time. I thought it was an actual real person. And then when they started like sending me like a bunch of just, I don't know, they started sending me like videos and things. I ain't gonna say what, but I'm just gonna say they started sending me videos. I'm like, this ain't real. I'm like, either I'm like unconscious. Either I was out walking, I got hit by a car, and and my conscious, it just had me continue walking, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I'm either going to wake up like laid out on the ground, or this is fake. But I ain't no way possible. Nah, this is fake. And then they started talking some more, and I was like, okay, this is fake. And I went home, took a couple of naps, woke up, and I'm like, okay, I'm not laid down the side of the street and things, so I'm fine, I'm good, I'm straight. So, anyways, but yeah, that's, I'm like, be aware of that. But back on online. Now I feel like, like with all the social media stuff out the way, now let's talk on like Tinder and Bumble and a bunch of other like platforms. With Tinder, they're all pretty much the same. They're all going to be asking you for money and stuff. Like none of that stuff is actually free. And that's why I'm like, that's why I never really got into it, because I'm like, I'm kind of a cheap person. I'm like, I don't really like, unless like my thing is, unless I actually know who this girl is, like, and I'm interested, that's when I'm gonna spend my money. That's when I feel like, okay, money spending, green light. But if I don't even know this person and I'm out here giving Tinder, Bumble, what are some other dating apps out there? Whatever other ones, like I think there's one called OK Cupid, whichever, I don't care. Once when it comes time for me to start spending money on that stuff, I delete the app. I delete the app because I'm like, it's stupid. Why should I have to spend money on an app? And I'm like, fam, I'm out here trying to find like a future wife. I'm trying to start a family. Like I'm trying to build something off of this. I can't build nothing off of this. If y'all are asking me $10 a month for some dumb, I'm like, nah, man, I can't. No, I can't get into it. And it was funny because it was when one of my friends, and he started working at my old job. I remember because I remember he had we got to talking on like dating apps, and then I think he told me about Bumble, and I remember, so Bumble, it's like you can meet, like Bumble ain't even really like a dating app. That's more of like a social networking app. You can meet like business people off of there. You can meet friends off of there, and you can get into the dating stuff. And that's what had happened with me. I remember when I got into I remember I downloaded Bumble. And when I downloaded it, I was on the friends section. So I was getting a bunch of dudes. And I went back to work the next day. I said, hey, yo, bro, why is there nothing but dudes popping up on my profile? I'm like, nah, man, this ain't right. I deleted that app. I'm like, this is not normal. And he was just like, oh, man. He was like, maybe it was just like, something had like messed up. Or it was like, did you check your settings? I'm like, bro, I checked my settings numerous times. There was no way of changing it. What's up with that? That ain't right. And so I'm like, nah, man, I deleted that app. I'm like, that's no. I'm like, I ain't got nothing against, no communities or anything. But I'm just saying, like, I like women, okay? So I'm like, when the men started popping up, I'm like, that was my cue to go. I'm like, I think I downloaded the wrong app. Maybe they they just have like different apps for like different types of, sexualities and things. But I'm like, my thing is like, that's nah. I'm like, I'm deleting that app. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, no, it's like, no, I seen what I need to see and I'm done with that. So, but anyways, but then actually I had messed up, and it was set on the friends section, so I had to go to the dating section, and it was pretty much the same thing with Tinder. Like somebody will swipe on you, then you have to like continuously keep swiping to figure out who it is. And then once you give up on that, then you can have the chance of like spending money to figure out who it is. My thing is like, I don't feel comfortable giving money to a dating app just to figure out who swipe. Because my thing is like, okay, what if the relationship doesn't work out? Do I get my $10 back? I'm saying, like, and then it's like, what if the relationship lasts months and then it ends? I expect every $10 I've spent, well, of course, like, afterwards, you delete the app once you get into a relationship. But I'm like, fam, I want my money back. Like, I'm saying, like, I know people are like, bro, it's just only $10. I'm like, look, you tell somebody, like, you tell that to a person like Bill Gates, freaking John Cena, or who else? Freaking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of him. Kendrick Lamar. You tell that to them, okay? But they're all like married, I believe. Yeah, I think John Cena and Kendrick, he's married. Who else did I name off? Well, whoever. Oh, Bill Gates. Yeah, I believe that they're married. But regardless, okay, they got millions. All right. I don't have millions. So $10 to me, like, fam, I can do things with $10. I'm like, they could do things with $1 million. I'm not in that position. So maybe if I was in that position, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. This is only $10. I don't care. No, to me, I'm like, fam, $10. I'm like, bro, that's a lot of money right there. So I'm like, I don't feel comfortable giving that out to an app. And I'm like, and it's like gambling in a way. I'm like, nah, man, if I want to gamble, I'm gonna go to Vegas, go on the slot machine, and put $10 in that and see my luck. At least I'll get $30-$40 back. I'm like, with Tinder, I'm like, what am I gonna get? I'm all like, me ended up on freaking TikTok because a girl thinks I'm cheating on. Now she done cut up some of my favorite shoes. Nah, man, I'm like, at that point, I'm like, nah, I think I would sue a dating app because I'm like, nah, y'all set me up for failure. I'm like, this ain't right. So I'm just not with it, but I guess like to talk to you guys, like getting into it and things, like, my experience will be different than your experience. Your experience, the thing is though, and I'm gonna be like honest and blunt with y'all, your experience can be 10 times as worse than mine. Let's say you do find a relationship on there. This girl might try to like choke slam you and drop kick you, take a glass bottle and crack it over your head. You might get a relationship like that. Or it might be 10 times better than my situation where like you might end up finding the love of your life. Y'all end up having kids, family. Like you just end up just being in the best time of your life. This is somebody that you grew old with and things. Like you out here living it. You out here having the best time of your life with this person. So it could go one of either way. That's like, I guess that's like the online dating gamble. It can go like one of two ways. But I would, if you want to give it a chance, you very well can. Don't let what I say, at the end of the day, I was just doing this for like, to like talk to the fan that wanted me to do this and just say like, crack a couple of jokes. Like, jokes aside, if you overall like ask me, should I get into dating apps? Yes, you should, to give it a chance. See what it's like. If you don't like it, delete it. If you like it, keep going with it. If you find a relationship, delete the app. I'm like, no. I'm like, because I hear that when it's like when they get into a relationship, that's like a go-to thing that you have to do. You got to delete the app. Like, don't keep the app downloaded, because then the girl might choke slam you, drop kick you, take a glass bottle, crack it over your head, and she did like a German suplex move on you. So it's like, you don't want that. I don't even want that for you. So yeah, it's like but there's like a bunch of, you could go on Facebook and find, because I think Facebook got like a dating service on there. Instagram, I mean, you could probably find like people in your area, maybe, possibly, I don't know. TikTok, I know it's like if you set it up like on TikTok, it's kind of weird, but I think you can find, like, you can pretty much find somebody off of anything. So it could be anywhere, or it could be somebody that you went to school with. I don't know, like, get a yearbook, see all the different people that and I don't know, like, do something. But anyways, but yeah, like online dating, it's a thing. Like, don't think, cause I'm like, I don't really care for it, but people out there, it's like they care for it, they're into it and stuff. So, yeah, if you want to get into it, perfectly fine. Don't let nobody judge you. So, anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you do have any questions or anything that I didn't discuss in this episode, feel free to reach out to me anywhere like YouTube, social media, and all that. I'm about to name off all the different places you can reach out to me. So I have 31 YouTube channels. I also have a channel for my podcast, also called the TMossBoss Show. So you very well could go on there and ask me like, hey, on this episode about such and such, and I'm trying to get all the episodes like out on there and stuff. So I'm, that's like a work in progress, but I'm got 31 YouTube channels. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitch, at TMossBoss. And I'm active on all of those platforms. And and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.